Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Right now we're gonna do some car duplication after the recent hot fixes. You know, the recent patch from Rockstar yesterday, where basically the timing has changed and now the car gets bricked. But you know, it's really not that hard to continue to do the glitch. It's just some slight variations, but you know, I'm about to show you guys is very easy. You know, it may take a little bit more than before, but you know, the steps are pretty much the same. In this garage I pretty much did this one, you know, so I can have the convertible version as well. So I just did this one twice. I might do another one of this ones, but I'm actually gonna do a car that I have outside, a Tempesta. You want to make sure that you have some fagios in a garage, you know, and try to have them in the same garage so that you know exactly where they're going. You know, when you request them outside, you already know, okay, this car I just duped is gonna go right next to it, right there, and whatnot, or at least same floor or whatever, you know. So I try to keep all the fagios in one garage, and you know. Alright, so I already have the car that I'm going to dupe outside. It's actually none of these, but I'm gonna send the car that I'm gonna dupe back into one of these garages. It's gonna be basically one of those fagios you see right there. As you guys can see, I've been doing also gun running vehicles. If you look at the top floor up there, so it works with oppressors pretty much with any car. You could say yeah. So as far as the MOC, you know, things are gonna happen where the car ends up at the bottom of the MOC. I already have my MOC right there. There's gonna be, your MOC is gonna constantly be moving. Yeah, like your MOC is gonna constantly be moving. So you know, it really doesn't matter where it's at. Alright, I'm just gonna drive to my MOC and I'm gonna try to do this at least 2 more times. This one, so kind of like have another one a different color, maybe with some different you know, variations of upgrades, spoiler, etc. You know. So yeah, what I had in there was another car. I'm just simply moving that car where this one was parked. First thing you want to do is the car that you want to duplicate has to be in your MOC. So that's the first step. So I just pretty much did that. Actually, you could say the first step is preparing the garage with the fagios in it, just to be organized. And also, again, like, you want to make sure that you don't use your MOC and put the fagios in the MOC, because cars will not be stored there. They won't go in there. You're just gonna lose them. Just might mess up your slots in the MOC in the MC clubhouse. So yeah, so this is the first step right here. After that one, basically just get the car in here that you want to duplicate. Once it's in here, all I'm going to do is just walk outside. And once outside, all I'm going to do is go to my interaction menu, and I'm going to request one of the fagios. Once that fagio's outside, actually there's no real timing at all to this. I'm just gonna go inside normally. And once in here, I'm gonna get in the car and I'm gonna let the engine start. I'm going to press up on the D-pad to pull up my phone. I'm gonna find my heist text message from Lester. I'm gonna press 1, and now here's the tricky part. Before, it used to be pressing A, and then afterwards it was then pressing and holding down the trigger. Now you have to do A and holding down the trigger at the same time, and actually hold both of them the whole time. All right, so it just variated a little bit. Just hang in there. Here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and press it. I'm gonna hold A and also RT. Now if you see the screen fade to black right there before it went up to it took you up to the sky, then that's how you know that the glitches weren't working correctly. This is fine right here, spawning into the heist room. As you're going to see, a glitch, and now it threw me back into the street. And the car is actually over there down the street. It's actually not in a great spot. Now it's gonna be under the truck. This is gonna happen almost every time. So no need to worry. This is just part of the way they patched it. And the way that we can now still get the car is by simply, you can grab a street car. You might get a wanted level. If you don't want to deal with that, you can just pretty much just jog a little bit, maybe like a block away. I would recommend that you when you do the next step, which is starting any job, I'm gonna do just title of a job. It could be a general job, it doesn't matter, but you can just start your own job. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and start that job kind of like on the left side of the street, like kind of over there. The reason being is because when I respawn back here after quitting the job I start, I'm going to, the car is going to be bricked. So the only way to be able to save that car, to get it back into the MOC, is to actually bring the MOC to the car and line up the back of the MOC to the car. So, but without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and start that job. Tie-in of a job. Once I'm in title of a job, I'm simply just going to back out. Again, the purpose of this is just to kind of like move the car away from the MOC. Now, as you guys can see, the car's there in front of me. It's actually in a kind of glitch bricked state. If you notice, the car is kind of floating. I actually cannot drive the car. Doors sometimes may just fall off just because, look, I can't do anything with this. It's not gonna move. So, but it's not a big deal. The only thing I just gotta do is just simply just bring the MOC to the car.
What do you want, Brett?
Hey, dude!
Yeah, like it could be quite a bit of a jog, and you definitely can grab a street car, but I've been doing that earlier before I started streaming, so I don't want to like get a wanted level again. And it's almost better this way. You also want to make sure that when you pull up to the car that you kind of remember the way it was facing, so that you kind of pull up behind it, and it's not such a a task to then have to turn around and line up the back of the truck to the car. So you kind of want to be mindful of that ahead of time. That's the reason why I kind of went around the block. You kind of want to get used to going around the block in a way, just to pull up behind the car in the right way, so that you can just press right on the D-pad. Now, as you see the car spawn right there in the middle of the street, that gives me plenty of space. This is actually the most ideal spot because this car could really end up almost anywhere and very like cramped up. For example, I got stuck in that corner where I couldn't really do much with the truck, and I had to send it back and redo the glitch again. So this is why I opt for just having to do the the mission, launching it from way on this side of the street, so that I have plenty of space to be able to just get back in here. I should have a right on the D-pad to put the car inside of the MOC. As you guys can see, is there. I just simply press right on the D-pad, and it's just gonna ask me whether to transfer the car. Now, this is the moment that the car will be duped. I simply hit OK, and I just now I'm just gonna go into the MOC with the car that's actually the duplicate. This used to be the Fagio, so now this is this car now. So now I should have two of these now. I actually don't even need to drive it back outside like in previous glitches. It's pretty much a done deal at this point. I'm simply just going to go take a look at that one garage where this came from, that Fagio came from, so that I can just take a look and see if I have another Tempesta in there besides the one I have right here. And sure enough, yeah, there it is in slot number 1, right next to the other Fagios. Is the Tempesta I just duped. So I'm gonna do one more of these, and then I might dupe another one of the Wagner to show you guys the consistency and the success rate you can have with this glitch. It's not hard at all. Once you get the timing down, it really is almost like you're gonna hit this every single time. So I kind of went through that whole first one kind of like slow and kind of explaining each part. Now I'm just gonna run through it just to see how fast we can get that second one. Once I'm out here, all I simply gotta do is request the next Fagio. Once the Faggio is outside, I'm just simply just gonna go back into my MOC. Now I'm just going to get back in the car. I'm pulling out my phone, waiting for the engine to start up. I'm gonna go ahead and have it ready right here. A and right trigger held at once all the way through. I'm still gonna hold it throughout this whole, you know, all this until I actually respawn again, just like last time. It should throw me in the heist room, glitch out, and then throw me back into the street. And there it is again. Like I said, once you get the timing on this glitch, you will hit this glitch 100% of the time. Once again, the car is under the MOC. All I have to do is just jog down the street. I just need to just get far enough to go ahead and start another tighten of a job on my own. And I definitely recommend tighten of a job, because joining jail jobs and stuff like that will definitely have you getting kicked. I mean, yeah, it could have you you know, the person hosting that job can start it, or you know, all kind of things, and mess up your glitch and have to do it again. So yeah, this is the for sure way. So I think at this point, I think I'm kind of far enough. I'll go ahead and start tighten of a job. I'm just gonna back out. By the way, you can actually do this with any car. I might do another one with one of the factions, or another one of the low riders. Those are the ones that you can actually sell and get basically unlimited money for. But like I said, you kind of gotta be real, you know, you gotta be real timely how you sell them. Don't sell them all in one day. I will definitely recommend one a day. At this point, you know, the tag on this actually changed. We didn't really take a look at the beginning, but I'll try to pay attention to these so you guys can see how the tag changes to a brand new tag. It's actually, they're all clean dupes. No worry about dirty tags or anything. I don't even have to mess with it. I know that it's bricked, so I just need to do this really fast and go ahead and get my other MOC. I mean, I'm sorry, get my MOC and do the same thing. I'm just gonna drive it, kind of like you know, face the back of the MOC to the front of the car. Even if it's not directly lined up to the front, as long as it's kind of sideways or next to it, but in that kind of way, it would definitely just give you the right on the D-pad option to store the dupe in your garage, and therefore make it stick. So I'm gonna make a smooth turn, and I'm gonna line up my MOC to the car. That's actually gonna be my third one now that yeah, this is the second one that I made out the first one, but I'm gonna have actually 3 in total. I think that should be more than enough. I don't want 4 of these. I think that's too many. Yeah, so I didn't even have to line it up too perfect. As long as it's kind of right there, you know, it'll do the job, you know. Right there, I have the option right on the D-pad. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this and confirm. That car is probably not even gonna move. Sometimes it'll do a whole black screen and fade, or it would just kind of just be stuck there. But regardless of that, it worked once again. I'm gonna go ahead and check what's in my garage once again to show that now I have 2 Tempestas there. I kind of just do this just to see what's in it, but you guys want to be careful not to override over any car. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have 2 Tempestas there now, so that's actually 2 dupes right here. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dupe this Wagner, so I might as well just drive this car back to my CEO garage. So that's what I'll do right now. Later on, I'll definitely probably change the paints and yeah, so I'm gonna get the car I'm gonna dupe next now, just by simply just driving the one I had in there back to the garage where the car that I want next is in. It just so happens that this is where I have the other dupes I just made, so it will also allow me to have all of them here in the same row for you guys, so you guys can see now. Yeah, so we're just doing a little bit of duplication. Now that I have that Wagner over there, I'm simply just gonna take another one of these cars and I'll just send it back The reason I'm doing that is just so I don't have to like run over there or anything like that. I already have the car I want in the garage, so I mean in the MOC, ready for the next glitch. Alright, so I'm sending my car back. I'm just gonna take a look inside. You know, I don't even think it's necessary. I just kind of do it just to you know, just to make sure that I hit the glitch again. Really. Yep, the car I want is in there. I'm gonna try to dupe that one. This literally works with any car, gun running. It doesn't matter which, you know, you can dupe any one of your cars with this pretty much. Alright, so I'm out here. All I'm gonna do is request the Fagio. There's the Fagio. I'm just going back to the MOC. I'm just going ahead and getting in the car, waiting for the engine to start. I'm bringing up my phone, and I'm pressing A and trigger the moment that I accept this invite from Lester, and I'm holding those two buttons down all the way until I respawn. It's gonna send me to the heist room. Now on yesterday, the one that got passed yesterday, this right here will be when it will be just like a black screen, and you will know that that's when you hit the glitch. But after the recent patch, the new method, this new way, this is how we have to do this. So here we are. So now the car is down the street. Due to the patch, it now goes immediately under the MOC. The way we access it is we're just simply just gonna run down the street, preferably on the, you know, on the side closest to the beach, basically, so that we have plenty of space to drive the MOC next to it. I kind of like this street. It's pretty spacious. It has a bicycle lane, so I think this right here should do it. From right here, I'm just going to start my own mission so that I don't end up in a random lobby where somebody starts it and messes it up for me. I'm starting Titan of a job. I'm just backing out. And now the car is going to be right here. For sure, bricked. I honestly don't need to really see it, you know, just trying to get things moving kind of faster. So I'm just going directly back to my MOC so that I can park it right in front of it. It's almost impossible not to get a 1 level sometimes, because like the projections could see like a humongous semi with a trailer and they will still like walk very casually. You know, only after like you hit one and, you know, they'll actually get out the way or whatever. It's pretty crazy. Alright, making sure that I pulled up to the back of the car because I want to line up the back of the MOC trailer right in front of the car. I believe I did. And once again, it pretty much worked. I mean, it's you can hit this glitch pretty much 100% of the time. You guys just gotta make sure that you guys follow all the steps and get the timing. That's crucial, you know, as I'm doing it. I'm honestly just getting back in this car just to move it back to the garage, but you know, I'm pretty much done duping this particular one right here. I might switch to some Benny's vehicles, but yeah, guys, I suggest that you guys get on this glitch right away. this did get hotfixed yesterday, the version that was out yesterday, so definitely like don't hesitate. You literally can do a lot with this glitch in about an hour or two. That's pretty much all you need to really, you know, whether you're trying to just get different versions of the cars you got, or you're trying to just get some elegies just to sell, you know, however you yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's in very quick time, as you guys just saw. I pretty much duped 2 Tempestas, and I also duped a Wagner. Right now I'm just pretty much looking at any other cars I may want to dupe. Honestly, on this garage I think I'm pretty much done. I'll put another car in there for now, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here. If you found this helpful at all, please put a like and subscribe. You know, that will help your boy out a lot. And yeah, go ahead and don't waste no time, and go ahead and start, you know what I'm saying, doing some duping, guys. This one's actually not that hard at all. There's a lot of people on 7 cents saying it's patched, and I literally had just turned my console off and restarted the game before I started streaming. So, you know, so yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is your boy Roasting Forest, and I'm signing out. Peace.